Hello. Today I will be talking about Hazbin Hotel and a small logic problem which comes with it. Because if you have overpopulation in hell, that means the hell is by default finite. And the same can be said about heaven in Hazbin Hotel cartoon animation. So uh, even if the main heroine succeeds and redeems the souls of sinners in hell, and they go to heaven, that problem will be the problem of overpopulation will be resolved only temporarily, and we there is not stated that in this universe heaven is infinite or finite, but if we need to go to some lore, the the book of Revelations tells us exactly how kingdom of God is created, or like uh, that this is a finite space, and you know uh, this raises question if in this universe heaven is also finite, then there will be the problem won't be solved, and that's like a brain scratcher how they resolve this problem, because it will be very difficult to get out of this situation for Charlie, the main heroine of this show. And this is like we don't know yet. That the thing is that we don't know yet, and you know we can speculate on it for now. But I think that everything will be much more clearer when the second season will come out. And yeah, the thing is, if you don't have like a cycle, like the reincarnation, or you don't you have like people on earth which grow in numbers and die in numbers, and there's like this the earth is like this almost infinite source of human souls, then you will get problems of overpopulation, not only in hell but also in heaven in due time. And you know the 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 if if the souls from hell can be redeemed and go to heaven, that will solve the problem of overpopulation only temporarily. And soon enough, the heaven also will be overpopulated. And how you resolve that? That's a brain scratcher for me, but only if we assume that heaven is finite, and that's the the main point. If those two realms are finite, People's souls will be screwed either way in given enough time, and we know that the Vivienne Modrano, the author and creator of this universe, said in the streams, some of her streams, that if the sinner in hell will be will be killed, his soul basically disintegrates because in hell souls have very like material are a very material thing. Those are the soul, you know, the soul forms of the characters of those demons. And yeah, that's the the biggest brain scratcher I have. But you know, this is like the show from what I watched from episode 1 to 6, which are currently on Prime, Amazon Prime. Uh, this is a little bit, you know, woke cartoon, but not in a way that would make it look bad or, you know, a complete failure. The the story is there, the stakes are high, and the number of twists and turns which can come out of it are like very well put together. But the main the main like thing that I gathered from watching episode 6, the main seraphim, her reason for doing the purge in hell once a year was that the hell was trying to attack. Well, that's another problem because in the first episode, the Adam and her danger tits, the right right hand of Adam, the danger tits, let's say, says the demons were never able to kill even a single angel before. So there is some validity to the reasoning of the main seraphim, which by the looks of it, he has a lot of problems in her head, and clearly he's not doing well. So yeah, but if she refers to the events before even the first angel was killed, then her reasoning is not so crystal clear. And maybe because that the uprising of hell was in the past, we don't know the reason of uprising of hell, but we can assume that that situation is very similar to what we have in Book of Revelations. So yeah, that's maybe a clue, but I don't know how Moderano will explain. this part of the story in the following episodes. So yeah, that's like those nitpicks are mine to tell here, and um it feels like the script in some ways is incomplete. It's incomplete or not very well thought out. And if the story has plot holes, then you might wanna explain the plot holes in such a way that they will cease to be a problem. So for now, I will be like will continue watching this cartoon because, frankly, there are like some killer tracks, soundtracks in this, mainly like song called "Hell Is Forever." It's a killer track, and you know, I love to watch the character of Adam, to be a complete dick, dickhead, a complete dick, and this he is like this spoiled child who only relishes in the suffering of others, but he's quite incompetent without his army and tools. And you know, the fact that this man calls himself Dick Master, it's it's really something. That's the beauty of his inflated ego. So yeah, well, what I would like to see is further explanation of the conflict between hell and heaven, and additional reasons why the conflict is needed. And there is no way to sugarcoat hell and heaven are finite. The problem of overpopulation won't be resolved in the long run. So yeah, that will be the prelude to very grim future in the afterlife in this universe. And since this is cartoon for adults, we can assume that this can or could end up tragic, but knowing Vivienne Moderano from her streams and knowing how much she loves each and every single character in her story, I doubt that this show will have a bad ending. It's probably be a very good ending, and probably without fully explain or with a plot hole that you know uh, will will try to cover up from cover up the you know bad you know but let's say misfits of said premise. So, and the thing is, I watched like Nimona, and I watched recent cartoons which are like woke, and some of them, only some of them, are a little bit interesting. The thing with Hazbin Hotel is that I still feel the the influence of woke culture in this, because many of the characters in heaven, for example, the main seraphim, and the main protagonist are female, in fact. But there is like one strong character which is like a trance, and this is like, of course, the angel dust. So yeah, he has a very strong potential to be, you know, uh, this very interesting uh, character which will go through hell, literal hell, uh, in a pits of Satan, to not only try to redeem and be better, but away from this toxic, master of his. So yeah, that's a thing. But I don't see, I really don't see any character who will invoke like the let's say, mm, there's mm, no man for in this show who will be, let's say, on the opposite side and have like uh, go- element of goodness in him, because Adam is a total dickhead. His army of angels are like exterminators, and the main seraphim who is responsible for uh, order in heaven has some big problems. And of course, we have like, aside from Angel Das, Husker and Alastor, which are quite like the the characters who are male, but there is not a single man in heaven which will play a key role, and he will mm, be a good guy. That's like, uh, a little bit, well, let's say I'm nitpicking here, because I'm like a red pill, and maybe this whole woke stuff don't sit all that well right with me, and I have right to say it no matter what, because that's a freedom of speech, and that's all. And the Hazbin Hotel is interesting, and it's, you know, the, the writing in this show is competent. It's competent, but it leaves like questions. Is the heaven finite? If the hell is finite, the heaven should be also finite. And if it's not, then this will be the ultimate problem solver for this universe, for lore in this universe. Because even if you're writing something, even if this is like a silly story, you need to think about consequences, what characters do, what the consequences of what they did, and most importantly, how they frame the words, the dialogues they will use. Mainly, how they select specific words in their vocabulary to represent their character. And that aspect is very well done in Has Been Hotel. The characters may be not so three-dimensional, deep, like personalities like in Monogatari anime series, based on light novel by Nishio Isen, but they are enough to for people to get interested in this animation. And the character designs are pretty sick too, and don't get me wrong. And the demons really look like evil people, but they are the main characters of this story. And that's like, you know that's a good thing. But if you like, there is like too much humanization of those realms. Those realms look like, cities in our dimension, in our reality. And the fact is that every once in a while, the people go to crazy party, or get drunk, or get high, and so on and so forth. But it really is for me mind-boggling that if the heaven and hell are finite, the overpopulation problem won't be resolved. It will be resolved only temporarily. And as a creepypasta writer, that would be a huge good thing for me, because my stories don't end up very well. But if you wanna have a positive message, a message about a good change in the face of corruption, then you need to be very meticulous, precise, and the questions which may arise from plot unfolding must be think over more than twice. And that's it from me for now. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Hazbin Hotel. This production is interesting. I also watched Helluva Boss, which is like uh, the was like one of the best animations and story-wise show. Now the Helluva Boss is like the second season of Helluva Boss ended, and for now I will be waiting for the last two episodes of the first season to uh, in the Friday or Thursday uh, in the next week. So that's all for now.